Hi, how are you out there? I'm in Dev. Unbeknown to a lot of people, I suffered with a drinking problem. This is my first time I've talked about it. Now, you wouldn't think I've been sober 11 years. I've gone back to it twice. They said to me many moons ago that the only way for me to recover was to go into rehab. Unfortunately, I don't believe that was for me. Right. People can tell you every day about staying sober. People can tell you, pick your socks up. Put this down because I'm new to this. Pull your socks up, do this, do that. Now, okay, let's look at it in principle. I was destroying my own life. I was destroying my mother, my sister, my father, everybody's life, because they didn't know if I was going to be sober or drunk. No. So they offered me, the only way for me to get sober was to go to a rehab clinic. And that for me was not an option, because I struggled with people. When I drank for a reason. I went into a corner. I didn't want to speak to anybody. Drinking for me was never fun. Drinking was to take away pain of something else, like most of you out there. We start off as just having a normal drink. Situations come where we, in life, that some of us unfortunately turn towards alcohol. My best friend was something called Stella. It was about my worst enemy. You know, if I was sick of being sick, because when you drink, you think, when you pick up that first glass, you think, right, this is going to cure it. I'll be better tomorrow. But if you're like me, once I picked up a drink, I couldn't stop. My life would become unmanageable. You know, you can look at it in many different ways, where you can't go to work, or you can't act properly in work. Everybody's different, you know, but there is a solution. A lot say, you know, daily reprieve from an alcoholic drink is the way forward. I believe in absolute abstinence of alcohol. And for me, it's changed my life. By getting sober, right? First thing, right? You have to, right? We'll talk about it. Yeah, I've hurt my nail. Right, we'll talk about this, right? I started having panic attacks. The panic attacks made me drink because that was the only way I could handle a panic attack. Now the panic attacks got worse, the drinking got worse, and it carried on. And then it was like being at sea, where I was drinking for 2 weeks, off it for 2 weeks, thought it was well again, and then I'd have a pint on a Saturday night and it'd be chaos again. Made me very unhappy, but the alcohol didn't show that. It made my family very unhappy, made the people around me very unhappy. You know, this is a brief one, right? My mother said to me, you know, some people say, you know, put him in the street, let him live in the street, throw him out. But my mum saw something different. When she saw this drunk man, she saw the eyes of the little boy that adored his mother, and she couldn't let. She could not watch me die. But, you know, at the end of the day, I had to come to a decision for myself that I was going to try. Now, before you try, you know, you might need medical advice, because I did it on my own. The first couple of hours was hell. The first 3 days wasn't very easy when I first came off it, because at that time I'd been on it for 3 months, day in, day out, day in, day out, day and night. I didn't know what I was doing. Words of wisdom. You know, if I can do it, you can. You know, we could talk about going to rehab all night. For me, it would not have worked. It would have basically not worked whatsoever. I had to, for a few months, walk away from a lot of people. Some people I never walked back in, I never allowed them back into my life, because I could not be around drunk people. It was a no-no. Now, if we think about it, right, okay, let's look at it from my perspective. I went to see one counsellor who said to me, cut down 1 can a day every week, and in 6 months you'll be down from 24 cans a day to 1 can a day. Now, how was my liver going to be by then? How was my mental state going to be that by then? I don't know. So I decided I had to do it my way. And my way might be your way. It's not, you don't have to be religious. I am, to a certain degree. You know, I believe in the power created to myself. It doesn't have to be God, it can be whatever you choose. But by getting on my knees every morning and night, and I still do it today, and just asking the one simple prayer. A lot of you will have heard it. There's quite a few prayers. There's a prayer of St. Francis, 1622, and that really touched me. It hasn't been an easy journey, but at the end of the day, it's given me back. Yes, I'm still trying to stop smoking. It's given me back the life I had before I touched drink. A better life than I had when I was 17, 18. I own a couple of businesses now. Before, I couldn't run a, I wouldn't be able to run a bar, I'll tell you that, because I'd be behind the bar. But if you think for one moment, 4 days of coming off it, staying off it, keeping strong, and getting good friends, family. If you haven't got, you know, if you're thinking out there on your own, I call it like the chain of life. Okay? So, I'm here. Here's a good friend of mine using fingers to make the chain. Right, you make that chain. You add more good friends that don't want you to drink into the situation. That makes you a stronger person. These people help you along. They don't ring you up and tell you don't go for a pint tonight, because you know yourself you can't drink safely. Because I couldn't, you know, I could started off maybe at 34, the aggressive drinker, looked at my hands, didn't know what I'd done the night before. And then I came a pathetic drink. I just sat around, moping, drinking, crying. But that wasn't me. That was the alcohol mixed up with confusion. And yes, you know, it is an illness. People say, no, oh, he just enjoys drinking. I never liked to drink. I drank to take away pain. Now, first of all is, are you ready? I was ready quite a few times, but didn't get the link. Yeah, my eyes are moving around because I'm sober. Now, the first step is not, you know, as they say, is not a step. It's your decision and dedication and getting your willpower back. Because when I used to drink, I would get up in the morning, all I could see was alcohol. All I wanted to see was alcohol so I could get pissed again and drunk. It's not a life. I won't tell you the amount of people I've lost through alcohol. Not friends of mine, you know, not like losing friends in my life, but actually losing friends to the illness of alcohol. When you see the tragedy that it leaves behind for the families and the children and the so forth. But you know, it's simple. It's small. It's, how can I say? It's progression of becoming sober. In drink we might lie. In this we can't lie. You have to admit to yourself that you have a problem. And then the other one is, I'm going to stop. You know, you might need to speak to a doctor, you know, because you can get fits and stuff like that. But if you've got people around you, you can do it. Now, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to make a blog every day. It shows you the ins and outs of how to recover. As obviously recovery is easy because you know, we can dwell in the past and think back, oh, what I've done wrong, and you know, all the amends, and no, forget that. First of all, primary thing is to get yourself sober. Now, if you look into my eyes, I'm a serious kind of person. Now, if you're willing to listen to me talking to you for 15 minutes, 20 minutes on this every day, I don't mind. Because it gives me my medicine. And the medicine is to speak out to the still suffering alcoholic and explain to you about my journey. Not about me, but to help you. I say to a lot of people, if you haven't walked in my shoes, I can't talk to you about it. Like, you know, people that look at textbooks, they haven't been there. You know, I was from a good decent good family. It doesn't matter who you are. If the illness of alcoholism is in you, it's in you. And it's only you and the good people around you that can get you out of this situation. You know, you can go to different organisations and speak to other people that have been sober for... My best friend was sober for over 30 years before he passed away. But what I'll say to you is, yeah, you see my eyes go like that a bit, because I'm tired. But the thing I'll tell you now is, first of all, you don't decide that I'm going to stop in a week. You talk to certain people about what you're going to do, because it's not a nice experience. The first 3 days of coming off alcohol isn't easy. I did it at home. I was lucky, I had family members around me. I had specific antidepressants, so I could sleep more to get through it quicker. Once you're sober, you go and see your GP again, and then you might... I think everybody who has an addiction to alcohol has an underlying issue. Something, it can be something very small that triggers you off. I suffer, they say, from post-traumatic stress disorder. I say I wear my heart on my shoulder, but I don't show it to everybody. Now, what do you want? Do you want to be remembered as I would have been remembered if I'd have carried on as end of the pathetic drunk? Or do I want to be remembered for being end of? Yeah, he had a few issues, he sorted himself out and he carried on with life. Because I wanted to live. But the emotions that, when I was drinking, weren't giving me the solutions for anything. Anyway, that's my first one. I'll sit down and set the cameras when I'm ready, but at the moment it's just to try and get 3 months of stopping drinking. And yes, you will see the ups and you will see the downs, but you'll be sober to cope with them. And I think by setting up a YouTube channel for me is just to be able to speak to people on a daily basis, give you a bit of, not kick up the ass, but you know, a bit of pulling. Because I believe once you get back into the lifeboat of life, which means you don't drink, you will stay sober. Why shouldn't you? Why can't you? There is no such word as I can't. That doesn't come into my equation. Either you want to stop or you want to carry on drinking. Statistics shows, I've seen it to a dear friend of mine, 2 years hard drinking. Unfortunately we lost the beginning of last year, and I've seen quite a few. Now, people don't understand. This disease of alcoholism kills. But by changing little things in your life and situations and dealing with situations where later on, yeah, you will be able to go to a pub, but I will show you, always have an exit route. It's like a fire escape when there's a fire. When you think you're too close to the alcohol, you've already got it in your head as you go into a room, as you go for a meal. That's the alcohol there. I don't touch it, because I know once I touch a spoonful, the game's over. Now, you know, life is for living. We're only here once. Well, if I can help 10 people to stop drinking, I will have done something really positive in life. For me, it's not a challenge about the money. It's about explaining to you how to get sober on a daily basis. And I always say, people say to me, live for today. Yeah, live for today. Make sure you get your foot jammed in the door for tomorrow. I think that's positive thinking. I'll speak to you soon, okay? Bye.